everybody, it's me. That's right, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the art villa found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. So I went to St. Vincent de Paul today. I think I'm starting to slip into dementia because I was going to go to the store after I went to the gym. I left the gym. It was just a sunny, nice sunny day. 2 days in a row, low humidity, cool, sunny, great Jeep weather. Cool for some people, but not for me anyway. So I was like, oh, let's go shop for records, and I just completely didn't even think about going to the store. So I don't have any store stories. So on the way there, I thought I'll go to the St. Vincent de Paul. When I go to the record store, I don't like very much, but it's okay since the St. Vincent de Paul is right around the corner. So I go in there and go back, and they've moved racks around. There used to be records on both sides of these racks and really hard to look at. Now they're only hard to look at on one side because the racks are up against the wall. And I found a few things in there, not terrific stuff, but a few interesting things. So there was a guy, they were working there, and he said, oh, we just put out some records. You might have to go through. And that's why I'm almost finished with them. I said, oh. I'm looking around to see if I'd missed anything. Oh, that's good. Well, then. This is what was out, right? So I go up to check out, and the woman says, oh, you found some records too. And I'm like, oh, what do you mean too? I didn't say it out loud. It was saying in my head. She said, there's a woman in here, and she found a big stack of records too just a little while ago. I'm like, oh, just a little bit late to the party. And then the other woman checking out, she says, oh, she was found, oh, no. So this was interesting because, you know, it's a charity shop. You wouldn't think. I don't know, usually they're just like, what is this? She says, how old are you? Are you over 50? I said, yeah, I'm almost 62. She said, oh, you don't look it, so I get a discount. Anyway. So she said, oh, well, that woman was getting things like ZZ Top. And I thought it was really funny that she said that. Like she knew there was a distinction between a pile of crap that I was getting and a pile of crap that other woman was getting. That got it before me. And then I went, yeah, you know, I don't look for that stuff. And then the checkout woman next to her said, oh, ZZ Top, how come I didn't see that one? Did you see that album by Cher? Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves? I wish I would have got that one. It was so funny. So this little guy walking around asked me if I worked there, and I went, Anyway, that was okay. You notice over the past year I haven't cut anything out of my videos. Whatever comes out of my mouth just stays. It's not like in the early days when I did something embarrassing or said something embarrassing, I just cut it right out, right? Thanks to the one person that still watched the video, my videos, I realize I'm not very interactive, but I think I'll be getting better because I feel better now that I'm medicated. That's right, my wife said, you got to change your name to Medicated, Mark. Finally broke down after fighting depression my whole life, and just said, heck with it. You're too old. You don't have the energy to deal with it anymore like you used to. I could always combat the depression by going out and running 20 miles a day. That would cure it for about a half an hour anyway. So I decided to go get it checked out. She says, everybody's on it. There's no reason to be embarrassed. I was so pleased with myself that every time I went to the doctor's office for my yearly checkup, they said, well, you're not on any medications? They would say that. Look at me funny. I said, well, no. And they would shake their head like they couldn't believe. I said, not very many people are not on medication. No, you're one of the few. I was so proud of that. Now I'm on a bunch of medication. No, just 2 for now. Oh, that's right. The last time we were here, I'd stepped on the yellow jacket nest. That's right. There's a follow-up to that story. Thank God I've got stories. You always complain about the stings and stuff like that. I had to go to the doctor in a box the next day. The foot swelled up, stayed swelled up all night, twice its size. The hand was twice its size. And they said that the doctor in a box said, well, if it continues to swell, you need to go to the emergency room. Because apparently your hand can only swell so much before it dies or something like that. So it stayed swollen for a day and 2 days. They gave me steroids, and I love steroids. Why can't I live on those? Stupid liver. Stupid liver can't keep, won't survive if I just stay on steroids. I go to the gym and do yoga, do everything, and feel like I'm like 10 years younger. Don't want to feel like I'm 10 years younger, because I actually feel better now than I was 10 years younger, maybe 20 years younger. You're going to go right to the records. Is there anything else? And my wife's doing a lot better now. That was one of the triggers, just that chronic illness. With the new magical medication, so we're both like, you got to keep them separate, you know. I don't want to be taking her stuff and she doesn't take my stuff. So I feel like I've entered the modern age. Anyway, it's really a low dose. The first one he gave me was Paxil, and well, he didn't tolerate that well. That's a really low dose. You go up to like 400 milligrams or something. I'm at the bottom tier. And I can't even imagine. And then this one is very common, a Zoloft, right? Really low dose. And I can't even tolerate taking the whole thing at once. I got to split it in half, like 50 milligrams or something like that. And propanol, which lowers your heart rate. So they also cautioned me about that when I went to get the yellow jacket thing. You know, your heart rate's 51. I said, propanol, you better watch it. You know, I'm like, okay. You know, but normally it's like 54 anyway. It wasn't that much lower than it is normally. So I'm not wearing my heart out like a chipmunk. Anyway, where was I going with that? So about 2 or 3 months, and it's, the side effects, I had all the classic side effects, so I went in and I said, he goes, how are you doing with the medication? I said, one word, flatulence. And he just looked at me and I said, oh, I'm farting up a storm. It's horrible. The farting was so bad I thought I was going to actually have to stop taking it, but I adjusted to it, and then, because when you're in yoga, you know, those things just slip out. You don't even know they're there, and it's so embarrassing. It takes months to overcome the embarrassment of just one tiny little fart, at least for me. Anyway, okay. Go on to the records. At the thrift store today, where the person brought in a box of records they just put out, some 10-inchers, including Zither, Herman Schatzau, plays the zither, including dream pictures and, I don't know. Anyway, it's zither music. You can't beat it. And this was there. I just picked it up because it just seemed to be unusual. It's W.C. Fields' Temperance Lecture on 10-inch. Interesting. Sort of a budgety thing, I guess. I don't know. And the Latin set, Phil, I thought it was Krauss, but it's not. It's Knaus. Latin, 10-inch Latin. Nice, huh? Right? Also nice is Dual Harp by Vito. That's right, Dual Harp. Working best. Summertime's on this. Not bad. There's a photograph of Vito on the back. Ooh, it's a brother-brother team. Edward and Joseph. I think. Really? You would think so. From Austin High comes jazz, Bud Freeman and his famous Chicagoans. Right there. That'll be fun. And last but not least, it's Robert Maxwell, an excellent harpist, jazz harpist. Sometimes, probably not this one. Maybe, I don't know. There he is, 10-inch. Live at the Abbey. It's not a monk. I think it's summer of 1966. Pretty sure it's Dixieland. But it was autographed and kind of an off thing. Budget, Julie London, compilation probably, just, you know, picked it up. Because I'm over 50, I get a discount. That was the point of that. Holiday in Manhattan with Cole Porter. Not Cole Porter, it's Cole Porter songs. It's Addison Bailey Trio playing Cole Porter. Alright, nice cover. Budgety Hawaiian album. What does it say? Song of the Islands, Hawaiian hits. All the hits from Hawaii. Brazen Brass, I know I've got a Henry Jerome Brazen Brass album. This is probably the same one with a different cover on Decca. I think, maybe, or maybe he did 2 of them, I don't know. There were some King records in the rack. Invitation to Dance with Bostwick, Earl Bostwick. King Records, of course, located in Cincinnati, Ohio. And usually when you think of King, you're thinking of like blues and bluegrass, and I never find any of that. The stuff I find is not very good, frankly. Not good. The recordings are not good. The covers are sometimes interesting, but mostly not good. Earl Bostwick is probably the better artist from that period on Hollywood Records. Hollywood Records always has great covers. The budgety Hollywood Records. Oh, it's a collection. Is it really? Alan Roth and his orchestra, Ted Dale's orchestra, featuring Vic Lamone and Lanny Loss. I think I got that one, but I don't remember that cover. And speaking of Robert Maxwell, here he is on a 12-inch Magic Harp, or Harp Magic as the case may be. Nice cover, isn't it? Another interesting king. It's Ellington. It's not Ellington. It's Bill Doggett. That's his organ right there. The front of his organ, Bill Doggett playing Duke Ellington, including Caravan. Really? Duke Ellington didn't write that, did he? What the hell? But there's a lot of bio information in the back. Oh my God, I'll be typing this in to the blog forever. Oh, my fingers get so tired sometimes. This looks interesting. George Barnes has a photograph of him. It's one of the few posts on my blog where a relative, I think a granddaughter, was writing a book and she thanked me for posting. Just thanked me. Didn't ask me for any recordings. But there he is, George Barnes and Bucky Perazzelli, I guess. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. A lot of copy on the back of that one too. So I get an email from a guy that usually comes from like South America. Send me your audio files, you know, like that. People are. This guy made up a story about his father being 92 years old, and they were both into jazz accordion, and he wanted 3. Oh hell, what was the name of that guy? Why can't I remember it? 3 jazz accordion albums by a jazz accordion, and I ignored it, and he pestered me, and I ignored it. And I don't share music because people are just not honest. I don't want to get into that. There's a lot of other. There's just a lot of reasons. So then I finally broke down and sent him a double record file, and he bugged me twice more for the files I didn't send him. Just, you know, I don't know who you are. Just be happy with what you got. Oh, Starlight Hour. The music of Peter DeRose. Nice cover. I've got this one, but this Minnie Fresh, still in the shrink. Wanted Marion McPartland and her husband Jimmy McPartland and the All-Star Jazz Assassins. I think I've got this one too, but I couldn't be sure. It's somebody, their Bill Black collection. I'm not interested in collecting him anymore, really. It's okay. That's good. That's okay stuff, but this is sort of a mod cover. Anyway, whoever died must have collected all of his records because they were all there at the record store. So then I went down the street to the record store I kind of stopped going to because it just didn't seem like they were interested in anything that I was interested in. And they'd taken the one room that I was interested in and basically got rid of everything that I was interested in. They even put no religious records. This is the last one, was stuck in the dollar bin where they wouldn't have done that before. They would have asked $3 for it, I think. I already have it because I remember the guy's striped pants. And there they are on the back. It's the right record. It's local, but I picked it up again. I don't know why, just in case. This was fun. This was also in the dollar bin. I don't think I'm going to go back. I can't imagine. There's just nothing in there of interest to me. Everything's pretty high price. But I picked this up not just because it's on red vinyl, which it is, which is nice, but the cover was really super nice on this. Gypsy albums don't really do it for me. Sound of 1,000 Strings. Very nice photograph on the cover, though. I paid $2 for this. I don't know why. I thought I'd put it back at Polka, you know. But 1976. But Polka covers can be good. There he is. Rudy Hodnick. Just a fun, in his orchestra, instrumentally used. Just a fun cover. All right. A few things from eBay. It's experimental music for the piano, sound forms for the piano, including Henry Cowell, John Cage, Ben Johnson, Conlon, Nan Caro, Robert Miller piano. So those are the guys that wrote it, and Robert Miller is playing it. Don't know. Hope it's nice and clean. Aladdin record, budgety Aladdin record, private press. Jimmy McHugh. Of course, when you think of Latin, you think of Jimmy McHugh, right? No, Carlos Ramirez in his orchestra. Who's Jimmy McHugh? That's Carlos Ramirez on the back. Jimmy McHugh goes Latin. Well, what the hell's going on here? I don't know. That's very confusing. He explains it on the back, but I'm not going to read it right now. All right. Great at Jazz, L. Gilbert. Jazz is for everyone. I don't know. It was goofy. And a private press guitar, accordion, and trumpet. I probably would not have picked it up, but there's a cover of Walk on the Wild Side on this record, which may be featured or may not be featured. Now, where was I when I picked these up? Oh, half price, full price, super high price books. Gordon Jennings, Complete Manhattan Tour. Nice cover. There's Gordon Jennings. Photograph of Gordon Jennings on the back. I'm sure I got one or two copies of this, but it was so clean, just in case. This Latin Piano's Ferret and T-shirt. T-shirt. Ferret and T-shirt, conducted by Don Costa, that's right. It's the powerful Stan Kenton Band and the pretty June Christie voice. Together, probably a re-release of material would be my guess. Previously released on Capitol Records, yes, that's right. Keith Stewart, Take Me Back to Jamaica. Let's see, does he do... Oh, what was the name of that? I don't know. Island Woman, he does that at least. The Fly. Because it was $1. There they are on the back. And I thought this was Private Press Lounge, recorded live at Caesar's Palace, but it's on Cadet. Here's a label. Milt Treen, never mind, and Mickey Lynn. Don't know. On a clear day, everything's coming up roses. And pushed down into the dollar bin from the too high price bin. It's themed from the hip. Bud Waddles in his orchestra, that's right. Why don't you change your name and we'll make an album for you, but Waddles, we're not sure. No, I refuse. It's a fine name handed down. Generations of Waddles have been named Waddles. And I never heard of that record. I wonder why. It's the Mitchell Trio. I've got this one, but it seemed like the cover wasn't very good, so I picked it up again. And I picked this one up again too. Why it was $1 and I couldn't remember. Another Stan Kenton. I think it's a compilation of Adventures in Jazz. It has to be. This, I think it's, but I don't know for sure. Maybe he's redone some things on this. I don't know. Anyway, the Samba record by Paul Desmond, 1973. Samba, Paul Desmond. Ooh, scary Halloween cover on the back. That's right. My wife has been decorating. This is funny. A few more records left. What if it's on the bottom here? Okay, that's nice. There's something good on the bottom. All this stuff I've done, right? And all the crazy stuff I've done. And now that she's feeling better, she's going crazy too. Now that I'm far less crazy, feeling pretty normal and enjoying it, finally smoothed out a little bit. She's going crazy now. Not crazy like, but crazy like I don't have a headache. I have some energy to do stuff. So she's been buying skulls and putting jewels on them and sticking them all over and decorating for Halloween. How many Halloween kids do we have that come by since I moved in here in the late 80s? None. Zero. Okay? But she's just having fun doing it. So every time I come home, there's like bones and stuff stuck in the driveway, like witch heads. It's just, I think I'm gonna put what the hell? Now I can't remember the name. The giant warthog I've got back in there. A peccary. That's right. I'm gonna put the peccary out in the yard for one night, and the adults come over and be like, ah, look at all these skulls, and we got that horrible peccary out in the yard. It scared me. Damn peccary. Anyway, let's see. It's Bill Green at the piano, Ken Wilson at the organ. It was a pretty cover. Orchids in the Moonlight, pretty cover. and a couple Hi-Fi for Livings. I can't remember which ones I have. This is volume 8. And they all have great covers. This is volume 1. And the orchestra leader for each one is different. And it's mood music, but it's all, you know, sort of different based on the orchestra leader. Okay, and last but not least, because I hear my wife pulling in the driveway and she's probably got more Halloween stuff packed in the car that she's going to spread all over the house. It's the Jazz Pickers for Moderns Only. Yes, that looks interesting. I've never seen that one before, and I have no idea what the hell to expect out of it. There's some interesting in flirtation, RH Factor, Rapscallion, Monticello, like in, you know, one of these. Anyway, there you go. That's the end of it. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers. That's it. Okay, turn it off.